for it. We ready for it. We ready for it.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. So you guys are probably confused as to why I have blonde hair. Well, if you guys want to see me complete this look, then just continue watching. This is gonna be a wig installation video, but for some reason I just felt like doing my makeup just to complete the look. So if you guys want a part 2 as to, well, not as to, of me doing my makeup, then just let me know in the comments that you guys want to see me complete my makeup as a part 2 of this wig installation. But yeah, this is the look. So if you want to see how I went from bum to this, then continue watching because first thing first is you want to apply your wig cap to your head to protect your hair and most importantly your edges. Make sure that your hair is sleek or in cornrows so your wig can sit flat. This step is optional, but I prefer to do it because it allows the wig cap to sit flat on my head without lifting when I lay it down. Next, I am using Got To Be glue to stick the cap onto my head. After applying the Got To Be glue to the circumference of your head or edges, whatever you want to call it, then you're going to use a blow dryer on one heat. You can use cool, whichever you prefer, and you're just going to let it dry. Right now, I'm just applying some more Got To Be glue to the areas that never got laid down, and I'm just going to be repeating the step. I like to follow up using the Got To Be free spray around the circumference of my hair and further back on the cap. This secures the cap so it won't be going anywhere. In this step, all I'm doing is cutting the excess cap off. You can either use big scissors or small scissors. I use both depending on how close I am to my hairline. You want to be very mindful when cutting because you don't want to cut your hair. finish cutting my cap, I like to go back in with the got-to-be glue and lay the front down, just so when I apply my wig, it doesn't look blunt. Now I am using makeup wipes to remove whatever residue may be left on my forehead. Now I am using my foundation all over my cap to make it the same tone as my complexion. Right now, I'm repeating the previous step, but instead inside of the wig. This will give it a more natural appearance. In this step, I am using the Herbal Essence mousse to help sleek the hair back so I can cut the lace without cutting my hair. Now I am cutting the lace from behind my ears so the wig can sit perfect. Before I move on to the next step, I'm just ensuring that the lace sits right around the ear section and that the lace isn't rubbing against the back of my ear because that's very uncomfortable. This is where it starts to get complicated, so please proceed with caution and do a quick prayer before you get started. This step is basically the same as cutting the cap. The only difference is if I screw up, then it's game over. So please take your time when cutting the cap, and I chose to cut the cap in a jagged pattern, so when I do lay the wig down, it's not too obvious that I'm wearing a wig. Once again, I am using the wipes to remove whatever residue is left on my forehead while in the process of applying my cap. Before I glue my wig down, I like to estimate where exactly on my head I am going to place it, so that's what you see me doing right now. Right now I am getting ready to stick my wig down, so I am using the Got To Be glue on the circumference of my head. You could either use the invisible one, which is the one in the black bottle, or the one that I'm currently using. It doesn't matter, at the end of the day it gets the job done. After I apply the glue and spread it evenly, I use my blow dryer on warm heat until the glue turns invisible and tacky. Then I'll apply a second layer. After applying my second layer of Got To Be glue, I then like to use the freeze spray directly onto the glue just to give it some extra hold. Now I am just pulling the wig forward and placing it in the right spot before I then go ahead and melt the lace. Now I am using a blow dryer on warm heat to melt the glue into the lace. At the same time, I am using an eyebrow brush to brush the baby hairs out so they do not stick together and to prevent them from getting clammy and stiff. Now Now I am using the freeze spray to touch up the areas that did not get laid down, and then I'm gonna be blow drying it so it can dry. Now I'm using the makeup wipes to remove the foundation spots that was left in my hair. I want to rock this hair in the middle part, so I'm just gonna go ahead and part a part in the middle of my head and pluck it to give it a more natural look. Now I am using the freeze spray to keep my baby hairs intact. Now I am using a piece of elastic band around my edges to hold it in place. Now I am using the Got To Be heat protector to prevent breakage and damage to the hair, considering it's already bleached, and then I am going to flat iron my hair. I'm just using a bit of the mousse to help keep the flyaways down, and then I'm gonna use the flat iron just to flatten it out. And voila, this is the finishing look along with a few styles you can rock this hairstyle in. Thank you guys for watching, and that completes this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also comment to let me know